Hi, Pro Starters. I just thought it would be good for me to do a quick review on how we do our calculations of our food costs for your recipes. So, our next step, because you finished your recipes, would be that we're going to drop down the ingredients on the next page. So, this is an example from a couple years ago when we made Madeleines. There obviously is some basic ingredients in the first column, and then how much in our recipe is for the amount needed. One of the things you're going to notice is that everything kind of is easier if everything is converted to ounces. That way we have the same types of measurements, and it kind of makes it a lot easier to do the calculation. So one of the things when you're going to do column 2 and column 3, that is like, how did we purchase that product? So eggs, we purchase it by 12, and it's $1.99 for that container. So on sugar, we buy it by the 3 pounds, but that's just 48 ounces for $1.99. So it's 0.041 per ounce. And on sugar, we need 2 ounces. Maybe in the original recipe, it said a teaspoon, but then you just Google how many ounces is a teaspoon, and it'll tell you. So rather than putting a teaspoon here, because we buy most products in ounces, you want to convert it to ounces. Just Google it. How much is 3 tablespoons of milk? How many ounces is 3 tablespoons of milk? And then you'd get in ounces. So if everything can be in ounces, that makes it a lot easier. So I bought the vanilla. A 16-ounce container was $1.59, which makes it 0.099 per ounce. And obviously the recipe called for a half a teaspoon, but Googling vanilla, it's 0.083 ounces that we need. And so that's kind of how you go along here. Just a couple things about when you write out your numbers. We have to have 3 places beyond the decimal, which is really kind of crazy, but it's the rules that they give us. So let's go back to our eggs. We said that we needed 1 egg. And so we knew that it was 0.166, or like almost 17 cents an egg. But instead of saying 17 cents, we're going to say 166. We have to be exact, and everything gets drawn out 3 places. Sugar, it costs 0.041 cents an ounce. We needed 2 ounces, so it's 82 cents, but it's written like this. Vanilla, we needed 0.083. We took that times 0.99 to get this. So basically what you're doing is you're taking this column times this column, unit cost times amount needed to get the ingredients cost. And so then once you get all of those calculated, then you go ahead and add them all up. You notice that I wouldn't have put anything like salt and pepper, even any small, if you're going to use like, I don't know, 1/8 of a teaspoon of any kind of seasoning, you wouldn't put it here because we're going to use that in the Q factor. So after I added up all of the ingredients, it came to 2.586, $2 and almost 59 cents. But we draw it out 3 places after the decimal. The other thing is, this is for the spices. So I would take 1% of this number and add it in for the spices. That's how they allow us to calculate something small. And if it's also you're doing frying, it's 2% is another row. So 2% of whatever this is. So you add this, your 1%, your 2%, if you have them, for a total recipe cost. Now this recipe right here made 12 cookies, and